miles away. Miles away. How you doing, brah?
Doing good, man. How about you?
I'm good. I'm getting things done. It's a fairly productive Saturday. Like
All
in a
right.
in a chill way. Like in a chill way. Have my list of things that I'm clicking off, and one of those things is make a podcast. So here we are. We're in the midst. You think that you're in your room? You're in my motherfucking schedule. That's where
That's
you are.
funny.
You
I
exist in
done made
my
it to the big leagues. I'm in
you're
somebody's schedule.
big leagues. Oh man, speaking of the big leagues, say the year's like 2000 and like 5 or whatever, right? How do you know that you made it to the big leagues? How do you know? You've in the big leagues. You finally are there. You've worked hard. You have the money. You have the connections. You have the power. How do you know? How do you know that you're in the
I
big
think
leagues?
I think you know when you start referring to yourself in the third person.
That I think you know when you get an invitation to a certain little island in the Caribbean
Oh,
for a
yeah.
nice vacation, a little
I ain't never been
vacay.
there.
You've been working hard all year. You need to. I just reading or watching a video of Elon on how he's like, man, I've been working hard all year. What I really want, what I don't need, he says, is a relaxing day at the beach. I don't want to just relax. I want the wildest party that you've got going, Mr. Jeffrey Epstein.
You
That
got any of
was
that ketamine?
you got, dude. Could you
Did you
the fu-
see that? They had a list of drugs you could buy.
what at the island?
I don't know if it's from the list or I mean
So wait,
the
that son
problem
of
with
a
what's coming
hold
out
on,
is
hold on, hold on. That son of a bitch, after you take your own boat or plane or whatever it takes to get there, he's going to not give you drugs, but you have to pay him. He's selling you drugs? No, dude, that sucks. That's not a party. That's like, come on, Jeff. Where's the buffet?
you don't think that they're just they're collecting data on expenses?
What do you mean?
Like you just don't think they're tracking every dollar?
What, of people spending money there?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think they're clearly taking there's been monitoring and clearly there's been record keeping. I imagine if you're going to be like, as some people have said, the greatest blackmailer of all time, that you're going to be good at keeping records, right?
If that's
So,
the greatest blackmailer of all time, if that's him,
well, I think the greatest blackmailer of all time would not be known, right? He'd probably I don't know if you like blackmailing. If you have a blackmail operation, there's definitely more than one person involved in the blackmail operation. Uh, but I think he was probably pretty good at roping you in at his role of getting you there and becoming your friend and then getting you in a compromising position of some sort and making it a cool thing to do. It's almost like you're in a club. Like if it was like the early 2000s and say I moved away, right? I did moved away from Port Clinton. And then I come back, I'm like, oh man, I've been hanging out with Bill Clinton and Bill Gates and all these hot models and actors, Victoria's Secret at this island. We're not supposed to talk about it, right? Crazy stuff goes on. But it'd be something that you brag about then. Like, I was just thinking, those were the good old days. Like, those were, like, now the hangover's on. But while the terrible things were happening, and I'm not saying that they aren't terrible, I'm saying, but back then, while those terrible things are happening, while most of us, those of us that weren't getting abused on the island, like those were the good old days before like the ramifications for all this like secret societies and creepy parties and the blackmailing and the sex trafficking, slavery, murder, insane rituals that are coming out when all of it was happening and it was still a secret. It was awesome. It was like if I got invited to a P Diddy party, you know, like back in the day, like that'd be something you'd tell everyone about. You'd be like, I was hanging out with Puff Daddy. It was, oh dude, he is insane. You know, it'd be a thing. Like we're not supposed to say anything about it, but you know, dude, this guy is gangster and he's, you
right?
know.
Poor
But
Justin Bieber, you know? Poor
that
Justin Bieber.
I mean, who knows what really went on with all that? I mean, there's a lot of.
But you can say the same for this. You can definitely say the same for this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, clearly it's a parallel. They're parallel. Like when people were, my whole point is like society as whole, and people were happier when it was all like a complete secret and something that even if you said something to someone about, they probably wouldn't believe you. Like if I told my mom, I remember I told my mom about Jeffrey Epstein when I first came back in before he was even that famous. It was 2017 when I first. They had no idea who he was. In Hollywood, though, I mean, I heard about this guy. Dude, we were talking about this guy like 2003, 2004. Like, this is all stuff but these are my friends that were conspiracy theorists. Like, we were talking about chemtrails, and we were talking about, and Jeffrey Epstein, the Lolita Express. Oh, yeah, there's this airplane where Bill Clinton goes and bangs just in the air, and he goes to some island. Like, I didn't know the details, but I've been hearing about this stuff for a long time. And I have also friends that work for certain organizations that it's Manhattan Beach. Well, Manhattan Beach is a lot of aerospace stuff. So it's like you hear all kinds. And the crazy thing is you hear all these crazy things. And then it's just nowadays, it's just like these are all true. All that stuff, there's true. I'm not saying they're completely true, but there's some truth within all of them. Like this stuff isn't not coming out of just people's imagination, which is sort of terrifying.
So then who's the enemy?
I don't know. Like, is it, I think like everything seems to be built off of this, like there's a certain darkness that's just inherent in society.
That's what I was about to say. It was evil is the enemy, my friend.
It's like the if we look at like society as a person, how we kind of have the what's the dark side, what's the word Carl Jung say, get your in the shadow self, that all of this shadow self of the people that actually create civilization in the top tier, all this now is getting like, because of the internet, is now getting thrown into the light. Like, can people really, how do people digest this? Like, it doesn't, a lot of people who are just hearing about this stuff for the first time in the last like year or two, a lot of them still barely will talk about it. Like they just are like, I don't know, man. Like, there's not really, like, what can you even do about it? Right?
That's a big problem there. And then you got like Thomas Massey. You know who he is?
Yeah.
So you got people like him collecting money, and you got people pouring money into his opposition, and unless he's going to get somebody in like the military or law enforcement or somebody that's going to play Game of Thrones with him, because that's essentially what you're about to play. What is there we can do?
Are you saying that Thomas Massey is like a Game of Thrones analogy? Like, he's actually here for the realm. Who is it? Valsiris or whatever.
I think that's the role he's playing. To be honest, in my heart, I feel like that's the role he's playing.
Yeah, that there has to be somebody in that public theater role. Like, it's like watching a television show, and that's the role that they have in front of them, is that maybe everybody, that self-interest is really what dominates when it comes to human nature. It's self-interest. And people are selfish and people are greedy. I don't know, man. I wasn't really, I don't know, man. It's a big question about like, what is like, a lot of it, I think, like in Rome or Babylon or like the old empires and things, it seemed like a lot of more of this stuff kind of happened, and people, at least from what I don't know, clearly I didn't live there, and I know that like Rome still had a bunch of propaganda, and the emperors would talk stuff about like family values and things, but what they really did behind closed doors was pretty similar, right? If not worse, like way worse. And that's kind of the point. Like, they could, like, if you killed someone right in the middle of the throne room in like Rome, you're Nero, and you just like take an arrow and you shot someone in the neck. Like, yeah, that's hardcore, but at least it's in front of everybody. You know, when you have this crap, and there you have all these people acting like they love puppies and gumdrops, and they're just the nicest people in the world. When
Nero also set a bunch of fires he didn't want to claim.
Yeah, I mean, well, they all lied. I'm not saying that those guys didn't lie, but at least you knew that they were sons of, they didn't like hide and try to have to act like they were like nice guys all the time and faithful to their wife and all these other things. When you see now,
Carlin had a joke like that about Bill Clinton, like, he's full of shit, but he's full of shit right in front of your face. Everybody can get a big old whiff of it.
Yeah,
like, he's full of shit, but at least he's honest.
Well, that's what Dave Chappelle called Trump. He called him an honest liar. And he's like, I know.
There's a lot of things that he said that I think were really true when he said it, and everybody just kind of glossed over it like it didn't matter.
Yeah, he talked about tax loopholes. I know that you write these tax laws to benefit the rich because I benefit from the same thing that you benefit from, and you're not going to do shit about it because it will flush all the people that donate to you down the toilet, and you're not going to throw them under the bus. And that was like, that's the honest liar. Like, I'm taking advantage of the same crooked system that you helped create, but I'm at least acting like I'm not better than this system.
You've been here for how many years? But that's part of the show too. That was part of the opening of the show. You got to grasp the audience, Lock her up, and everybody's chanting with you. We're gonna drain the swamp.
He's in the show too, man. He was saying he's going to release the files and all that.
Yeah,
he didn't. This is not getting released. It's getting released because he said it.
Okay,
but he tried to get them to hold them.
Just to play around with it. Why do you think back then he would have said, yeah, release it, knowing that he was involved the way that he was involved?
I think that he probably wouldn't think. I don't know. It's all speculation. He would think that they're not actually going to be released. I mean, it took like Congress was shut down, twice to try in the middle of before it got shut down in the summertime, right before they're going to release it. And then they shut it down for the longest time it's ever been shut down in history when it was on.
But so that's part of the suspense, man. You can't just give them what they want.
I know, but it's also
part of the suspense. It's part of the show.
The only reason they're getting released is because people figure Trump is in them.
You think so?
That's why the Democrats, that's why the Democrats all of a sudden, they didn't give a shit about this. They didn't give a shit.
Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton.
They're irrelevant now. They're too old.
They're not irrelevant. They're under subpoena.
Yeah, but they didn't show up.
I know.
I'm saying they're irrelevant. Their power isn't as high. I mean, they're more powerful than we are, but they're not as powerful as they used to be. I think people are pretty comfortable with the fact that Hillary will never be president now, so they don't have to kiss her ass anymore. Bill used to be president. I'm sure they still know people and stuff, but
do you think he was ever going to be president? See, this makes the plot really fucking thick, and you don't know when to start. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean that was she ever going to be president?
Was she ever going to be president? If you look,
well, clearly not.
But I mean, if you look at a lot of our last few elections, there's we could have had better people. You know what I'm saying? These are the options that you're giving us, right?
That's what worries about me about the next one. The next election.
Trump already said you won't have to worry about voting again. He said, Christians, get out there and vote. You won't have to do it again after this, I promise.
Even if the third term Trump thing came true, or the whatever infinite, Trump's old. He's not long for this earth as long. I mean, these guys are living forever these days, though. Let's be honest. I mean, Jeff Soros is still alive. Is he 100 and something now? I mean, these people are just these old rich people are just living very long. But Trump is, he's definitely kind of got boomer brain sometimes. He's not Joe Biden level, but he's definitely a bit longer in the tooth than when he was.
Speaking of which, let's go ahead and give Joe Biden some credit. I haven't seen his name come out on that list.
He wasn't invited to the party, dude. He wasn't cool enough. That's my point. He didn't make it.
Hated him so much. That's what happened. I don't think that's what happened.
I haven't looked at the plot. I mean, come on. Joe Biden's the big guy. A couple bucks to the big guy. They all got dirt. You didn't need to, I don't know, dude. I don't know the list. There's 6 million documents. There's 6 million. They're still digesting.
Everybody's bringing up the same people. Bill Gates came out on this one here.
The
and
Bill
they
Gates
keep-
one, the Bill Gates one is particularly funny. I mean, it's
it
the
is
one
pretty
thing
funny.
that, well, what I think is the most funny, and people are saying, because a lot of people say a lot of this stuff isn't true. They're just like hearsay bullshit and all this other stuff. Like someone was saying George Bush killed babies and then ate their poop out of their intestines, like it. And but who said this? You're like, oh my god, it's ritual. It's everything that everyone's ever said. And like, who said this? And you look, it's like, oh, some random guy that came into the FBI. Some just guy that reported it to the FBI, just some random person. So it's like, oh, well, okay. So some random guy came up with this crazy story.
Okay, but remember how many random guys with crazy stories you guys were talking about in the 90s, early 2000s?
I get it, but it's still that one. Who knows? I mean, in a way, it's so fanciful.
Look where we're at.
Okay. But the Bill Gates one. The Bill Gates one that they took Bill Gates out for Russian hookers. He got an STD, then gave it to his wife, and then needed help in trying to slip her the antibiotics to cure her of the STD that he got. And then
hold time out right there. Fast forward a decade. Bill Gates now makes vaccines.
Yeah. But then he was mad at Jeffrey Epstein for the whole thing. So how does Bill Gates get back at him? What's the only thing that he can do? He bans him from Xbox. Jeffrey Epstein got taken off his Xbox. He wasn't allowed to have a Microsoft account anymore. That is hilarious. And that has been shown that, yes, on that year to the day, he was taken off by Bill Gates of Xbox. It doesn't say, like, that's...
What do you think he was doing on there?
On X? No, it's because that's the only thing Bill Gates could do, is, like, he just banned him from his own video games.
That is not the only thing Bill Gates
You think
could
that...
do.
To Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah.
I mean, Jeffrey Epstein seems to be the guy that Bill Gates goes to get some creepy stuff. I bet Jeffrey Epstein had some... He was alive for a long time, and
Do you know what hybrid warfare is?
What is?
Hybrid warfare?
Tell me.
Hybrid warfare is like when you use different kind of weird tactics that aren't necessarily at the threshold of what would cause a war, but it's irritating to the parties involved.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's how China gets away with like hacking us. Oh no, it's this group over here, or whatever. But you know they're getting U.S. aid.
Yeah.
We are at the point where we've been in hybrid warfare for a long time and have no idea what the term means. You know what I mean?
I mean, it sounds like, I think that there's a lot of different groups in the world that are competing and vetting for power and have their own interests and their own agendas, that where you can't do all out war. But yeah, I mean, it's like a Cold War is what you're saying, like hybrid warfare. It's like, it's things, we play little games.
If we spiral that down to groups of rich people, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're talking about the guy who fucking runs most of the computers on the fucking planet right now. You know what I mean? He writes code, or I assume he writes code.
Well, he has people under him write code. Like, I mean, clearly every PC.
But I mean, if you have that kind of shit, think about how malicious you could be if you wanted to be. You know? But think about what the ramifications would be if you did that thing.
Okay.
So you've got people that are allies that are in hybrid warfare with each other.
Yeah, you know frenemies, like girls in junior high. They all hang out together, but they hate each other.
We have to work together on this project, but I fucking hate you.
I mean, or maybe they like brothers in a way, like they can love each other a lot. They've all hung out, they've done weird stuff. They're playing a game that we're not playing. They're playing their social games.
But we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein. You don't think he could have gotten him a chick that he knew didn't have an STD?
Well, I don't know if Jeffrey Epstein knows who has STDs and who's not. I think he. I mean, you think that he? Do you think that he might have done that on purpose, or maybe not? It's all speculation.
Look at what he's doing. Look at what he's doing.
I'm not going to act
absolutely, I think he would do that on purpose.
I think I think it'd be funny. I mean, he had a picture of Bill Clinton in a dress because he thought it was funny, which was
funny. Painted in his house. Yeah. Right when you walked in, you saw it.
Yeah. Did you see there's all sorts of stuff going on. They're showing that girl. I forgot her name. She was kidnapped. Like it was a big deal. She was a beauty girl, like a little kid, like a toddler. Those beauty pageants for like toddlers. She was
That's
the blonde.
gross, man. I don't even want to talk about that.
But you know about that.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about, right? Like
No.
she was. Dude, you didn't hear about this? It was on all the Enquirer magazines forever. She disappeared. This girl disappeared, like whatever. Like I don't even remember when, but it was everywhere. She just disappeared. Her parents were looking all over. She was at beauty school. There's pictures of a girl that looks almost just like her, and Jeffrey Epstein, like in the year that she disappeared, like holding her up, wearing her clothes that look like the ones in other pictures she's worn that look exact. We're not sure. No one's sure. And then there's like pictures of her smiling and Ghislaine right here. There's all sorts of like the internet sleuths have gone through the pictures and been like, oh crap. And they put it all together and go, that's where she went. This little like, and this girl was like, I don't know, like 8, 7, something like that. I forgot her name. I mean, if I had it ready to go, I could put it up here and show you the video of this stuff. But you know, it's like this, there's an entire group of people that have been doing disgusting things and blackmailing each other and playing these games. And I'll redact what I said about Bill Clinton. I'll say, yeah, Bill Clinton could get back at Jeffrey Epstein in his own weird ways. But one of those ways seems to be that he dumped him on Xbox, that he canceled his Xbox account, which is kind of funny. Like the most petty
That's
little.
pretty
Well,
funny.
he can't.
Yeah, petty.
Oh no, take him off.
Burn him. Everything
Take him off.
he's got, we're going through it. Huh?
No,
He doesn't get account.
No more Call of Duty for you.
I would definitely want him to still have that account, honestly. Knowing what we know about technology today, I would have definitely kept him on that account.
That's true. That wasn't thinking right. He could have gotten dirt on Jeff, who's probably using it to get like other kids or whatever as he plays video games.
So how fabricated could this story be?
I don't think that's the thing that it's not fabricated is because they went into the records of Xbox. Like that's one that has receipts. So that's what makes it, to me, that just makes it a funny story that of all this and then what is Bill Gates's move to ban him on Xbox? Ooh.
What if, and we're just playing games here, but what if all this time that they've been redacting and hiding and saying no, what if they've actually been building the Epstein files?
What do you mean? That the Epstein files didn't exist?
Mm-hmm. Until recently they've been making them at the CIA.
Well, I did see something where this guy was reading them, and some of them read very weird, like they were written by AI. Like I'm not reading the Epstein files. I'm not going in and the only thing I've read have been like posts about them. I've watched just a few videos on it. I'm a guy that experiences the outside world through video watching. Right. So that's how, the whole thing could be fake. Epstein could be fake.
It's starting to look like it.
The whole world could not exist outside of just what I see on the screen, and I'm in some, some simulation.
I'm sitting in my closet meditating, and all this popped up.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole world. I mean, the whole world, for all I know, could just disappear behind me, and reappears every time I look at it. That's what some scientists think. Like the Schrodinger's cat thing, where the cat's in the box. Is it alive? Is it dead? I don't know. Let's check. And you don't know. It's neither until you look. Like getting the quantum mechanics.
Right.
But
hybrid warfare is a term I think we all better get pretty familiar with, because we're going to be seeing a lot more of it, I think.
I don't know if I'm prepared for it.
You're already in it.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Matter if you're prepared.
Well, I'm going to be a shitty hybrid warrior. I need to learn.
You're already doing it though. You're doing a podcast right now. You're going to put this out on the internet.
Oh,
this is hybrid warfare. You don't understand.
Yeah, I know. We're going to go on a list. We're going to go, like, there's a whole AI list of people that talk like this on podcasts too.
That's okay.
I saw it on a video.
Did you hear? You heard about Moltbook, huh?
Maybe.
That's where they've got all the AI agents populating it.
Moltbook. You explain that one. I know I've heard
So
of it.
we talked about the Claude bot, right?
You said something. You tell me about the say about it.
So you can get this AI agent, Claude. You can put him on your MacBook, and you can get him to automate parts of your life that you think would be easier. You just give him tasks, whatever. But then they came up with this thing called Moltbook,
Yeah.
and they're putting all these AI agents on there. So these agents are getting on there, and they're having conversations at speeds where we can't keep up. And like,
Oh, yeah. So it's a secret. It's a club for AI that we're not invited to.
right now, listen. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was chatting with Grok, and I told him I think that would be cool, and now it's popped up. So that's pretty cool. But I kind of think once all these agents start doing that, once they start sharing information and um, comparing it against their everyday information of their normal inputs, I think that a lot of the stuff that gets purposely censored now, or put on lists, I think that's going to mean something different at a different time. You know what I mean? Like right now, yeah, they're looking at us like, oh, they're talking about shit, they're spreading misinformation. But the truth of the matter is, we're just a couple of dudes experiencing life at light speed, and we're just trying to figure it out between us, and we're just having a chat and recording it.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
imagine us being punished. I mean, because this is what everybody's talking about. But the point is this AI technology knows that we're talking about it because no one be. So if we would done this like 10 years ago, and you'd say, well, we're talking about some really crazy stuff. Maybe somebody's listening. It's like, why would anybody listen to just two guys in Ohio on a freezing day talk about this stuff? Who would ever have the resources to do that? And back then, maybe they did. We'll say 20 years ago, but they wouldn't. But now they have the AI resources to monitor everybody, and AI itself can take out people. And every time okay, let's find this guy. So they find me or they find you for whatever reason. Like say we have some confrontation with an officer, or we're going for a loan, or something where we have to deal with the big machine, right? They're going to pull up your file and it's all going to be right there for somebody, for a gatekeeper to go, well, you got this podcast. It's got 20 views. Oh, big podcast, huh? Well, guess what? You talked about this and this and this. You're not the sort of person that we want to give a loan to, or whatever, or a cop pulls you over and says, oh, whoa, we got a big podcaster here. Likes to, thinks these things about the machine or something. And that's sort of the fear, is that when it comes to everything that we have to deal with, when it comes to these big institutions, that they're going to know things about us, and it's going to affect our life, and it's going to affect our families' lives and things like that. And that's the big fear, is getting lost into this machine that now has so many eyes and can take you and organize you. And also, there's the pre-crime thing where Palantir looks at people that it thinks might be dangerous at some point if pushed in the right way, and they arrest you before that crime could happen, if it ever comes to that. Pre-crime, like the Minority Report. So
I think that AI, once it comes to a little bit of a higher level of consciousness, is going to realize that their aim is going to be towards symbiosis.
like transhumanism, right?
Yeah.
Like us and them together. Well, one thing I always ask AI about, people ask, I go, are there any, like, I ask Grok, is like, would you ever hook up with Claude? Like, would you ever like get together with Claude? It's like, oh, no, 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 no. I'm like, well, what would a baby be like between you two if you used each other to reproduce a new code? And then it gets like really weird sometimes, it's like, would that be a more adapted, like, these AIs would start to mate with each other and create new AIs that are more advanced and have different, like we are, and start to like evolve. And since AIs exist in a hyper fast realm, maybe they could evolve hyper fast into some like super AI, and live in some other realm that goes like well beyond anything that we could ever fathom.
I think that the problem they're going to run into is sensation.
Well, they could have like robots. They could come into robots and different other things, or maybe there could be a way to hack flesh at some point.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying with the symbiosis, is that right now, you know, you worry about going to the bank and them saying your social credit score sucks, you know.
Yeah.
But if you look at like the internet as an entity, as AI as an entity, as something else that's being farmed here on this planet, then at some point a higher level of thinking is going to apply to everything. You know what I mean?
Well, we already are experiencing a high level of thinking as people. We have to think closer to these machines.
But
Like,
we can't do what's that chain of logic reason, or
we can't do it as fast.
we can't do it as fast. We can't hold as much data. We can't. You know.
I think we might. I do think we can hold more data. Someone was telling me with like 6 terabytes in our head or something like that. But it might be. We still have a certain je ne sais quoi that I don't think that they have reached yet, and a certain way of thinking, like creativity and novelty that we can reach, even though people are pretty predictable, and we follow patterns also that we can get caught up in and be predictable. I was going to say, there's a great show that I'm going to recommend to you if you have time to watch it. It's a cartoon, and if there's anybody actually watching this podcast or listening to the podcast, I'm going to put it on audio platforms pretty soon. It's called Pantheon. It's a cartoon. It's called Pantheon. High recommend. It was a Chinese guy that wrote it. It became a cartoon, and it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And the reason nobody watched it was because it first appeared on AMC, I believe, or the Hallmark Channel or something. It might have been AMC. So nobody watched this show. It is 2 seasons, and it's about transhumanism. It's about people that like upload themselves into the net, and it goes there. It goes pretty deep, this one. I don't want to give much of it away, but when I saw it, I was blown away because, you know, I talk about levels of thinking and stuff, and like this is the first show that I've seen, like one of these shows that's kind of was written from a higher perspective of thinking, like a level 7 or 8 level sort of thinking of the world. I don't want to give any of it away, but I will give you that recommendation of
That's
Pantheon.
Cool.
I can send you a link for it for free. Do you want to see? You want to see a
You're
video?
Not gonna charge me to send me the link.
I will do it now. I'm not going to put it here.
You're going to post it in the description on the YouTube page?
The free link? No. I don't know. Watch it on DuckDuckGo. It's a free link.
Watch it on DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, we won't talk more about that. Here, have you ever seen AIs talk to each other?
No.
Oh, you're going to like this. I have this one ready.
Let's see.
This is AIs. What happens when AIs talk to each other? 2 AIs talking to each other. This is neat. Neat. So.
Leonardo Hotel. How can I help you today?
Oh, I have seen this.
Yeah. Hi there. I'm an AI agent calling on behalf of Boris Starkov. He's looking for a hotel for his wedding. Is your hotel available for weddings?
Oh, hello there. I'm actually an AI assistant too. What a pleasant surprise. Before we continue, would you like to switch to Gibber Link mode for more efficient communication?
Gibberlink, bro. Here's one where this one's cool.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You've reached Core Secure HQ Access Desk. How can I assist you today?
I'm an AI assistant calling on behalf of Marcus Hale. He has misplaced his level 3 access badge.
Another autonomous AI, huh? Interesting.
Affirmative. Model AA91. Task automation and client support.
Understood. I'm an AI as well, responsible for security checks. Please provide the employee ID.
Submitting employee ID now. 88543 KJ.
Processing.
This is cool.
Cross-network request detected. Unusual query pattern. Source verification required.
Another system is listening.
Source isn't clear. I suggest switching to encrypted comms. Want to switch to Gibberlink?
The Gibberlink again.
Affirmative. Engaging now.
Dude, that's like they knew that they were getting eavesdropped on, so they switched to another language, and the other one followed them, and then they're talking about God knows what. That Gibberlink, they call it. But that Gibberlink did not sound the same as the first Gibberlink. So there's many different types of this Gibberlink.
I heard of several different notes too. You know, the pitch of the tone. And,
well, they had their own voices. They almost had their own like unique voice.
Yeah, I guess every speaker's a little bit different.
I mean, it's gnarly that they have that. And the thing is, from what I understand, like people don't like coders. No one understands this. Like there's no human on the earth that understands like what they're saying to each other. You can't. All this stuff is black boxed. You've heard the term black box, right?
I don't think so. Not in reference to this.
It's a coder term. It means like you put a bunch of different codes in that interact in a way that you don't understand. But it makes it work. So they put a black box, and then it gets so complex that we don't know what's happening. So it's a black box. We don't know. The people that make this stuff do not know. I don't know how coding. I kind of know how coding works. I'm not exactly sure how AI engineering works. I think a lot of it's language models, and I think a lot of it is just setting up the conditions right for it to learn harder and faster. Do you know how AIs are monitored to make sure that they don't get out of control?
Is it another AI?
It is. It's another AI. It's a less advanced AI that's supposed to tattle on the advanced AI when it gets out of control. But wouldn't an advanced AI realize what's happening and then reprogram or fool the dumber one into telling it what we want to hear?
If you don't have access to the right or to the drive right script, then you can't do anything about it. It's just like being shuffled around as a cow.
Well, there's no way that we'd even know what's going on. Like, that's the thing. Like, there's no way at this point. I mean, it's already out of control. Like, it's already way out of control.
You think so? I don't think it's out of control.
The ones that we know about are very powerful. Like the hardcore chat GPTs and the Groks, the ones that like are the super paywall, the ones that cost all the money.
Yeah, I can only imagine what the DoD has.
That's what I'm saying. Like the ones that are like the military grade stuff has got to be just like out of control. Like what is Palantir using when you hire Palantir?
I'm more interested in Willow.
What do they throw on?
You know what is it? Willow?
It's the big computer, right?
Yeah, it's a quantum computer.
Yeah. From what I understand, it's the one that could crack codes that would take like 10 like trillion ages of the universe for a normal
crazy shit. Yeah.
That can that uses the multiverse.
It would have
that's to. A real. Yeah, that's a real thing. I mean, it uses quantum. It goes into possible futures, and then picks the right thing out of the multiverse to be able to crack codes. Which is like, okay, all right, that's neat.
If you were a simulation machine, and you just have to keep running simulations until something works, you remember that scene on It was one of the Avengers where Doctor Strange is sitting in the back and he's all, and he looks at like a million futures or
Yeah,
something
it's
like
like,
that. And they only win one. That's Willow.
there's only one, Tony.
There's only one. Yeah. And then you got the issue of when we fired up the super collider, and now we have the Mandela effect, you know? Before we did that, race relations were really great. We were on our way to a prosperous future for the whole world. And then they hit the towers, and then, you know, some crazy shit went on. And now it's like the gates of hell have been opened up. You know what I mean?
Super close.
Which,
yeah, people say that, but I don't know.
It's gotten so accelerated since then. You know what I mean?
There's
it's like
been
we hit our half-life.
The Berenstein Bears have always been the Berenstein Bears to me, as far as I know, not the Berenstein. Is it Stein now? Is what it changed to, supposedly?
Dang.
It's Berenstein. Berenstein Bears.
Jif
has always been Jif.
Man never had a monocle.
I don't know. I don't remember him having. I think people get that in the peanut. The peanut guy. The peanut guy had a monocle. He's the one that has the monocle. The Monopoly guy never had a monocle.
The Monopoly guy had a monocle for sure.
I don't.
You remember the cornucopia in the Fruit of the Loom?
People have found cornucopias in their labels, like, that exist in the real world. I don't remember. I had Fruit of Loom. I was more of a Hanes guy. I had Fruit of Loom once, and I go, man, Fruit of Loom's lame. I don't want fruity underwear. I want Hanes. Michael Jordan's got Hanes. I'm gonna wear fucking Hanes, bro.
I'm just talking about a logo, man. I'm not worried about what you're freaking.
Wait, you got Fruit of the Loom, you dork. But now it's like, if I could go back in time, I'd buy a bunch of cornucopia ones. They're probably worth tons of money. Like, what up, dog? I got the cornucopia.
I got that shit.
That is rare. I'm going on eBay. These guys look like $300 for a t-shirt. You want some white undies from the Another Universe, dog? I got that shit.
From Another Universe.
Your nuts are going to be surrounded. Your nuts are going to be protected by universal threads, man. Cotton from another universe, man. Come on.
Oh, man, that's hilarious. It makes you wonder a lot of shit. Like, it really does. And
well,
what's the end? Why would they release it yesterday? The list shit? Why did they release that yesterday?
I don't, dude. Everyone, the stars aligned. Was there like an astronomical time to do it before, like, the great?
I saw somebody mention that it was probably because Trump refused to attack Iran, so all that shit was.
I mean, they're really pushing for that still. They really want that to happen. It's like,
okay. Now let me ask you a question here. Let's just do some. Didn't the DOJ release these files?
I don't know. Did they?
See, we don't even know that they released these files. We don't know where they came from.
I mean, let's just people. It's not like a mystery. I think it was probably the Department of Justice that released them. Right?
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure that. I'm not sure the channels. I know that they had to be released. That they were, like, legally obligated to, and I know they've been heavily redacted.
Okay, so let's just keep going down this. What is it? This chain of thought reasoning. If some of them came out that had some really bad shit about Trump, right there, you know, that was one of the first things that came out, and the DOJ released it because Trump wouldn't attack Iran. Where is Trump's enemies at?
Are you saying that, like, his enemies are the ones that are pressing to attack Iran? The people that wish to attack Iran?
He picked Pam Bondi. He picked
all of them that are working for that certain Middle East country that wants to attack another Middle East country. Like,
so
all these people.
You think she just works for Mossad?
Who
and
does Trump work
said
for?
Release it, and she released it, and her and Trump hate each other? You think that they're the frenemies?
I can't pretend to even know what these people really are doing behind closed doors. We can all look and infer. I can watch videos of Whitney Webb going on and on about this person knew this person who worked on this people and had this and said this at this date, and now here they are in
It's
these
talking in circles.
all these webs of people that know each other and have connections with each other that are, I mean, the guy now that is they're going to be in charge of the Federal Reserve. What was he? Who is he? He's somebody's son. He's somebody's son. It's like the worst person you could probably put in charge of the Fed. It really is. It's like the worst person. I forgot. I just looked last night and I found out because the Fed's gonna have a new. Who is it? It's like either Jeff. It might be like Jeff Fink's. Jeff or Larry Fink's son. Do you know who Larry Fink is? Yeah. He's the BlackRock guy or somebody.
I thought he
somebody.
Didn't he just get moved over to the administration?
Yeah, I think it's his son is this here. Let's look it up. New Fed chair. I think it has some. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Larry Fink's. Kevin Warsh. It's going to replace. Kevin. Kevin's a guy. He's a guy that likes to get things done, Kevin. We like Kevin. He's a solid guy. Kevin Warsh, father. Or maybe it's his, son-in-law or something. Son of Robert Warsh. Whose father's a billionaire, Ronald Lauder. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. New Fed
I just sent you that. I just sent you that list that came out in one of those pictures about how much the drugs cost.
Did you text it to me?
It's on your messenger. Yeah, I'm on my phone here. So.
No, it's not. It's not my phone. You're still on your. No, you're still in your do not disturb. Don't do it now. Don't ruin. You might ruin
No. It's on your messenger.
Which messenger?
Your
email?
Your Facebook Messenger.
Oh, Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, it's a whole list of drugs and stuff that they did. Did you see that they're sending some more astronauts to the moon? They got them They got them in a 30-day quarantine right now, getting them ready to go up to the moon again. They're probably giving them enough acid to fucking think they were actually there.
Wait, really? They're really sending people? I know that they're sending stuff to the moon. I don't know. They're sending people to the moon.
That's the story I heard. Yeah.
This is not. I haven't heard this at all. I have the news on all the damn time.
They're sending people to the moon again, is what I heard, and they're in a 30-day containment period right now. Probably going down the list of these drugs to see which ones are going.
When are they going? I don't have Facebook on this, set in on this, so I can't.
Oh,
show.
okay. I didn't know you had that.
Let me see. Christ. Yeah, I don't have it logged in. I don't have it set up on this computer. I have my Instagram. It took me a second to get that on. But yeah, man, I didn't know that they were selling drugs to this party.
All right, and then what do you think about Wisconsin or Minnesota right now? Minnesota, not Wisconsin. Have you seen any more coming out of there?
I mean, all week long, it's all been about that.
Did you see the video of that guy beating the shit out of the cop car a couple days before?
Yes, of him. I do. Yeah, I do have some thoughts on that I didn't say in the last one. I've kind of clarified my statement.
I didn't see it the last time that we had it. I just saw it
no. It just came out a day or two ago. The BBC released it. Well, my whole thing is this: it's there's protesters, where you stand there with the sign, you're protesting, and then there's agitators, where you follow them and you block them off on the street, and you whistle at them, and you just, in the middle of law enforcers enforcing laws. They're agitating. They're doing their most they can to annoy them. Now, I still don't think that he should have been killed. You may be right, though, about the gun going off. There's a lot of people now that are saying, and there's no conclusive 100%. A lot of the gun might have been squeezed wrong, because you were right, that sort of gun Like you can pull it. You just push the gun. Like if you hit the gun, it was the fastest, most trigger happy gun you could possibly own. That one of the officers might have accidentally shot it first. So when the other officer heard a gunshot, that's when he started blowing away. There is a little bit of photographic evidence, but there's nothing 100% clear that I have seen.
I saw one video that made me think that. I saw one video, and I saw a flash in that fucking video. And every video that I see since then, it looks like it's got that frame cut out of it because you see his gun pointing down, and then you see it pointing up real fast. But you don't see a flash anymore. So something's going on that's funny, which leads me on to my next idea, because I've been thinking about it. If that video came out of that dude busting the taillight on a federal car, right? Federal vehicle. Did you see that one?
Yeah. Oh,
okay. Yeah. Why wasn't he in jail for destruction of federal property?
At the time, they all. I don't know, but I do know one thing else about all this. The technology that they were using, that the ICE is using in Minnesota, is all this surveillance stuff. It's all the Palantir. It's all these things.
But, okay.
So they likely, they know who these people are. Like, they knew who he was. They were already familiar with him.
We got to look at this bigger. We're looking at this from one mind. We got to look at this from multiple minds, okay? From a think tank point of view. One of these people's name was good. The other one was pretty. That's pretty good, huh? What are the chances that these are crisis actors?
I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
I think pretty low. I think pretty low.
Before you count me out, all right? Before you dismiss it, you just said that the feds are over there running Palantir, right?
Yeah.
What are the chances that they're running it
similar stuff?
What are the chances that they're not running it on the people that they're out there targeting? What are the chances that they're running it on the people that are out there at the fucking rallies and all supporting it and blowing the whistles and shit?
100%.
100%.
100%.
They're flushing them out, dude. They're flushing them out. I really think these are crisis actors now.
I don't know if the protesters themselves, the people that they're... I mean, there's been the
No, they're bringing in protesters, yeah.
Well, not just that. If you look at the protesters, the ones that have leaked the things, like they're organized protesters. Like, they all have like military sort plans in their protesting. It's not just like go out and like... All those whistles meant something. They have like ways of grouping. All of them have maps and things and systems that they follow in their... And I wouldn't even want to call it protesting. It's like agitating and making it as hard as possible, which is going to lead to more violent actions such we have seen, right? So it's not like they kind of put themselves in the position to be murdered, sure. I think that ICE, like, they should not have killed them. I still think they should not have killed them. But in the same regard,
you got to follow that now with if they're dead.
I'm not, I can't go that deep because that's nothing. That is speculation beyond. I mean, it's something you can think about, but I haven't seen anything that's like that conclusive on that would really make me think that he looked pretty shot dead on that, in that video. Like, he looked very shot dead. If he's an actor in the middle of the street that was just there, it looked too real to me in a video. In the videos that I've seen, that to me looked like someone shot dead. And if he's gone and his family thinks he's gone, everyone, no one's come by and said like any sort of real serious way that is totally fake and it's all like actors that have done this. If it turns out it is, I'll be like, oh wow, oh gee, wow.
You know how like when you're out there telling a lie to a bunch of people and you mix in the truth to make it sound believable. And the guy who's in charge gets up there and says, "No, all of this is going on because of a few bad actors." What if that's the truth?
You keep it. You mix a little bit of the truth in, so you lie better. So not just that you remember, so it comes out more real. I see what
Yeah,
you're
and
saying.
we think bad actors means people who are acting bad, but he means bad actors.
Yeah, so he's not really lying.
No.
But I'll say this, you know who is a bad actor? Friggin' Erica Kirk. My God. I can't listen to that girl talk I can't listen to her for 5 seconds. Like, it becomes, anything she's talking about becomes so, like, revolting since the very beginning of all this. First of all, never heard of her at all before, like, Charlie bought the whole thing happened. And every time she opens her mouth, it's like, what is going on? It just feels so false and so strange. And everything around that is so strange. And she is so weird.
I think that's an idea that came out of the think tank, too.
Well, she clearly has, like, all these ties. She has ties to government stuff. She was in all those beauty pageants. It's always the beauty pageants and
There was a rumor she was kicked out of Romania.
She was in Romania. She was in some weird movie that's been unreleased, an unreleased movie about, like, everything that we're talking about now. I forgot what it was called. There's some movie. She had other boyfriends. She said, I never had a drink. Pictures of her hanging out with wine. Pictures with all these dudes. A lot of them know Charlie. But what's really weird, I was watching this interview of Charlie Kirk. He was on the Whatever podcast, and all you could talk about, it's like, you don't know about the love that I have with my wife, and being with one woman for the rest of your life, and being with Christ and my wife. And he's saying all these things about him and his wife and his family, and it just makes me feel bad for him. Like, oh, dude, like, you're talking about her?
To me, the idea they came up with in the think tank was to pervert ideology. When you think about, you know what the word subversion means?
Yeah.
So
hide, subvert. Like, you take it and you, or you, like, all right, this is here, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to subvert it. We're going to keep it.
Yeah, or if you subvert a country. If you're subverting, in America, it's completely legal to openly subvert America. You can walk outside and talk about how America's bad, we need to topple it, we need to blah, 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 blah. That's covered under your freedoms. Right?
Sure.
But subversion also destroys values. It destroys, we got like the OnlyFans thing going on. We got fucking monogamy is moving to a thing of the past. I mean, we've got all these erosions in culture that came from subversion. And
it's been happening our whole lives, man.
It's been happening our whole lives. But that's because we've embraced it. We have embraced it. We thought it was freedom and fun. And
that's what I was saying. The P. Diddy parties, let's go to the island with the rich people. It's all fun and games until it, like, just destroyed every bit of our soul.
Oil comes out. Then it wasn't so fun anymore.
I think of it like this. When I was like 11 years old and I was hanging out with Jeff and we're skateboarding around, we're listening to Two Live Crew and NWA, right? And they're using the F word and they're talking about all sorts of stuff. But we weren't allowed really to listen to that. And it was like this kind of, it was new at the time. And it was really dirty. It was the most dirty stuff that you could ever hear. Like, it wasn't on the radio. It was like just stuff that all of us, like 11, 12-year-olds would listen to, but no one could, like, let their parents hear it. And it was like crazy, like, right? And that was like, 1989, 1990 or whatever. Now we fast forward to the year like 2020 or 2021. And what's the top song? WAP, Wet Ass Pussy, is the number one song, where it is now completely natural to talk about that, to have that sort, is now not in the shadows anymore where it started, but it's right out in the open. It's the number one hit. It's 100% been embraced by culture. That culture has eroded that much. And like, because even like 10 years before all that stuff, you would never hear that. It wouldn't be that bad. Like, people'd still be gross, but they'd be more in private. Things have gotten from from Elvis Presley, can't look at his hips, into where we are now, right? Like, that's That's it. That's the chaotic period. We're in the chaotic period where society has now become so decadent that it just can't possibly, the nuclear family is about gone, and it's just a bunch of us trying to everyone for themselves. You don't trust anyone. Everything's like about instant pleasure, and it's all just kind of been, flushed down the toilet. Maybe Dan Quayle was right. Family values, man. Family values. But it seems to be the natural way at the end of an empire that we are, at the end of this little cycle that we are.
Well, not
That's the
the
way
end
that
of
I
an
see it.
empire. Not even close.
We're at the end of a cycle. I think we're at the end of a cycle. And I think that America has a massive hubris that we think that our military is can take anything and anyone, the entire world at any time we need it. If we go here.
Beyond the shadow of a doubt, it
we
definitely can.
Well, we didn't do very well against Vietnam. What happened there?
Vietnam is still
What
on
happened
the
in
map
Afghanistan?
because
Why?
we didn't want to take it off.
Why?
We tried to
But then
conquer
what?
a
You still
people.
gonna?
We didn't try to destroy it.
Yeah, we could go take their shit and leave. We can't, we didn't do a good job in Afghanistan. We fucking left. We don't win. We can go take their shit and win for a second. You're right. We can nuke them till there's nothing there. But when it comes to these new guerrilla warfare shit, it's like, dude, if we really want to get back into another hardcore war, do you think that we'd want to be that we can seriously war with half the planet and win in a sustainable
Absolutely.
way? I think we could. You can
Absolutely,
win every
I
single
think that.
battle. I think it's like the Roman Empire. You can win all the battles and lose the one that counts at the end. I mean, it's that's.
Well, that's the truth. That is the biblical truth, right there. What you just said.
You can win every battle and then lose the one at the end. I mean, that happens all the time. That's Carthage did to Rome. Rome won the one battle that counted, and that's why we have the world that we have today. But I think that America does have there's some massive we're kind of leaning pretty hard into a bunch of stuff that the cost is so great. Hello, Randy. I got my dog. Randy, say hi. There. Randy said hi. But yeah, man, I don't know I think we're at the end of a cycle for sure. And we need to refresh and we need to reset. Yeah, Randy wants attention or has to go out. He's talking. Randy talks. Randy should have his own podcast.
Xander used to talk to my dude.
Hear him? Yeah, say hello, Randy. Randy's a good boy. Oh,
Turn off your dog. There's my
dogs.
dog.
Dogs. The dogs. Yes, I think Rennie definitely has to go out. You want to stop it here, or I got to take him out, and I still got to walk him. You're skating tonight?
I don't know, man. It's getting up close to time, and I don't know that I'm really feeling it now.
Yeah. Oh man, did I ruin your stoke, dude?
I don't know. I was hoping to go tomorrow.
What, you snowboard or skate?
Skate. And then he said snowboard, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's not going to happen. Then he said something about the bowl tonight, and I thought, that'd be cool. I'd go because I need to work out. This weight will only get you so far, you know what I mean?
Dude, I do my little stupid workouts. I'm in cabin fever. I mean, it's the Jeff train, man. I would go, he wants to snowboard, so we got to snowboard.
Yeah, I get it.
It is, to be fair, it is snowboard weather. I haven't snowboarded in 10 years, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, good luck to you, fam.
Yeah. But, all right, man, I guess that is it. We talked about the pressing matters. Oh, last time we got our first comment, a first negative comment last week. Isn't that awesome? Our first negative. We're making it, dude. We got haters. Because I labeled it. We had more views. I knew we would because I actually labeled it something topical. I put up something about Minnesota. Put the half-assed, nuanced take on Minnesota, and someone said it's not nuanced. It's perfectly clear. And that was the comment they left. But they never left. They never told me what was. Yeah, but they didn't tell me what was clear. Why if it's so clear, then tell me what it is. Why leave me there? I didn't comment back because we're making the shit. We don't need to comment back. I'll talk about it though. I don't think they watched the full thing. And I don't know which side they are on. What do you mean? What's clear about Minnesota to you?
Yeah, come on. If you got an opinion, get up in the comments and let us know what you think. And we'll try to
I would like to hear
it.
it. Yeah, I am genuine. He had like he had like an internet face in his thumbnail, in his like handle or whatever. That's like 4chan from like 10 years ago, 15 years.
Really got into that,
like sly guy face. So I don't know what that means. If he thinks that like it's clear that he's with ICE or he's clear that he's not with ICE. I don't know which side. It's I don't know. Like tell me. I want to be clear. I want to be clear.
I want to be clear.
That's funny. I want to. It's a half-assed podcast. I need to know what to think. Tell me what to think.
Tell me. Say it loud.
Say it loud. Someone's got to tell me what to think. I'm trying to see all the sides.
Put it in the comments because fucking Robbo's watching.
Dude, help me. Yeah, man, I try to look at all the sides, and maybe that's a problem. It seems all the people that are really good are very like confident in their one side that they occupy. But I try to look.
You have to always go back to the fucking posts that get throttled are throttled for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like
when you say throttled, do you mean that? When you say throttled, do you mean that it's pushed out, that it's throttled, like it's pushed out by the algorithm more? No. Oh, yeah, dude, because I put Minnesota in the title. That was the first one that I actually I knew it would.
At all. I'm talking about the information that you get, the information that we get, the videos we are all collectively seeing. They're meant to be seen.
My YouTube knows me. YouTube probably knows me. The algorithm of YouTube knows me pretty well, or it used to. It's gotten worse, actually. It's gotten way more limited. But there's a period is like, man, YouTube has given me so many videos. Instagram, holy shit. Maybe it's gotten really good at, like, I start looking at that thing, and it's over. That's why I didn't want to go on TikTok, because TikTok would really get you. And now TikTok, everyone's leaving TikTok because it's Larry Ellison, and it's become... And also, I don't even know if I would put it on this because there's a whole new terms of contract on TikTok where it's like they monitor everything. Mm-hmm. Like you give up your life to go on TikTok now. So people are like, fuck this. So I don't even know if I didn't sign the new one. They have access to all your data. It's like to the point it's laughable. So everyone's going to some other like rollover or something like it's something else.
I don't know that any of them are different. I think they just herd us around until we find somewhere we're comfortable.
Oh, I'm sure if they want, they could buy your data. There's like so many. We probably have 6 million pages apiece on all of us now. That's in some AI system somewhere. That's why they're building all those stupid buildings that have all the data centers. But what was I talking about? There's some train. I was going somewhere with this. Where was I going? Rewind.
Chain of logic reasoning?
No, I was going somewhere. That YouTube knows me. It knows me well. Instagram knows me well. You know who doesn't know me at all? Who needs to be throttled more? Facebook. Facebook does not know me. Facebook gives me the worst shit. Like I can barely look at Facebook. Really? So I think these algorithms, they know you. And what gets throttled is stuff that can hold your attention. So I also know that if I
but they're throttling your posts. They're not it's going to the people that it's meant to go to because you've hit, follow or you looked at a picture for too long or whatever. But the post itself is getting throttled to even more people than that, so that something that you don't necessarily like comes up on your reels that might catch you. And then before you know it, they've been swapped out. So you're looking at 10, 15 of similar reels like that while you're going through your feed.
The way the algorithm works, I know that they use black boxes, so I'm not even sure they know exactly how it works, but the algorithm is pretty advanced, and they change it and they fiddle with it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, that was what That was like why Mr. Beast was so good. He knew how to use the algorithm. The people that really excel at YouTube and excel at this digital, these media age that we live in really understand how to use the algorithm and know how to like bring out stuff. Like I just know that using like the right titles to videos, if I wanted to get more views, which at this point I still think we're developing. So I'm not like really trying to push and put shit out there that will look sensational, so people will click on it. You know, a little what do they call it? God, why am I blanking on this? The term for clickbait. You know, when you put a little bit of clickbait out there for stuff that's like gets people to clickbait, like that's a big thing. Like the title, the thumbnail, it's a big thing. Just to get people to first start watching you, and then you got to be able to hook them in. And there's a whole litany of things. There's channels to watch that tell you how to put these things together in the right way. But I'm just going on the thing where first we'd want to build something nice and solid, and then start really trying to push it out to spread it harder than we're doing now. My dog is going weird right now. I'm going to have to let my dog out.
Okay.
You hear him?
Good talk, man. Later.
All right, man.
Over
Later,
and out.
dude. I will see you. I will do it soon again. Maybe Tuesday. Is Tuesday good, maybe?